Happy, new, eternal you. Happy new, eternal you, and welcome to the alchemy of sacred change. I am Astarius Miraculii, welcoming you to the new you, the new NEW, and even beyond that exaltation, the new KNEW. Happy new eternal you. Today is for ritual, and I see you beloveds logging on. Thank you so much for your presencing and coming in to co-create with me. This is a co-creation to facilitate our harnessing all of the exalted vibrations available from 2020 and pre-memorating the exalted vibrations of 2021, bringing it all into the now memoration of this divine moment. We will co-create together. I want to launch this with a sonic smudge with the didgeridoo. And so as I bring in the frequency of the didgeridoo, focus upon everything that you don't want to carry forward from not only 2020, but any other segments of your past, even unto past lifetimes. We'll clear that old energy, and we'll do it in a very powerful way because we will unite our vibrations in the name of the collective, because each one of us is a microcosm of the macrocosmic collective. We have it all inside of us. And so that which we do today, as we're entering into this experience of 2021, this alchemy of sacred change, we're doing this on behalf of the all that is. So as I offer the sonic smudge, focus upon the clearing, and together we will intend and initiate the greater realities that we want. That felt really wonderful. Flowing through. I love the didgeridoo. Brings about great transformation with that circular breathing, which creates the uninterrupted sound, so that even when I take an inhalation, there's still a stream of air being squeezed out of the cheeks, producing the uninterrupted sound, which then becomes a reflection of the endless nature of eternity. I'm going to now offer the Resonance of Spirit Rap, my most celebrated track. Many of you are aware of this track. Many people say that it has literally saved their life. So as I offer Spirit Rap, if you know the words, vibe with me. Otherwise, just focus deep in the meditation. Allow the words to pour out as a sacred baptism upon you. And we intend that it will facilitate us tapping into the highest resonances available from this new day, the first day of the year, this new year, as well as this new eternity. Happy new eternity. And that's the new, N-E-W and K-N-E-W. Spirit Rap. Here we go. I invoke, decree, and dream awake the full cellular ascension of my being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, in this now, with the full support of God, Goddess, the Ascended Master Realm, to include our Ascended Master Self, Father Saint Germain, Nanda, the Holy Mother Mary, Onion, Goddess of Mercy, Archangel Michael and the legions, Ashtar and the entire command, Babaji, Raphael, Gabriel, clan of the trumpet angels, Aboriginal and tribal shaman, Goddesses of fortune, angels of light, Elohim, clan of the serpents, Shiva, all Christ frequencies, all animal totems, elementals of fire, air, water, and earth, all divine beings of light, love, and ascension, named and unnamed. Activate the cells within my being who are your counterparts with the unified power of the One. I decree my highest good always operating in this now. I decree grace and mercy always operating in this now. I invoke, decree, and dream awake the full truth and reality of ascension in this now. I invoke and dream awake with every breath that I breathe the violet fire fire transmuting my whole being. I invoke and dream awake the full current of ascension in every cell of my being. I am ascended. I invoke and dream awake expanded God consciousness, fully realized in me, as unlimited abundance fulfilling my every need and desire. I invoke and dream awake the ending of procrastination, tiredness, blockages, obstacles, and unhealthy belief systems. I decree immediate abundance in my life. I invoke and dream awake my liberation from all karmic debt. I am infinite opulence. I invoke and dream awake my personal empowerment in every instant that anyone is impacted by my being and creations. I invoke and dream awake the infinite empowerment of my sexual, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, and financial relationship with life. I invoke and dream awake sacred sexuality, erotic innocence, and always express the sacredness of sexual force for pleasure, creativity, and healing. I invoke and dream awake world universal healing from all sexual woundedness and shame. I invoke and dream awake worldwide release of all manipulating forces and beings who would control humanity past, present, and future. I invoke the angels and ascended masters to realign and heal all misused energy, to include the full restructuring of our DNA. I invoke and dream awake the transmutation of all negative and judgmental projections. I invoke and dream awake the transcendent ability to be centered and balanced in my psychic perceptions and empathic nature. All overwhelming psychic energies are released by me automatically, easily, effortlessly. I am empowered by everything. I invoke and dream awake my lucid dreaming each night I sleep and total remembering when I awake. I invoke and dream awake my infinite harmony with God, Goddess I am. I invoke and dream awake the full expression of my miraculous healing power. My life is a continuous stream of miracles. I invoke and dream awake my infinite ability and willingness to receive all life's blessings. I invoke and dream awake a constant attitude of gratitude for my whole life, all my accomplishments and blessings, including the same for the universe at large. I invoke and dream awake the full blessings of my goddess, the ascended masters, angels, guides, and beings of light to bless this earth. I invoke and dream awake all my decrees, invocations, and prayers I have released to the universe and open myself to God's response, support, and love in my highest good. I invoke and dream awake the release of all past, present, and future lifetimes of decrees and vows which would bind me to limitation, lack, density, and anything not of ascension in this now. I invoke and dream awake the full reclaiming of my eternal self as powerful, loving, and fully aligned in abundant God consciousness. I invoke and dream awake the total dissolving of all manipulating forces which would bind this earth plane in fear. I invoke and dream awake the influence of the ascended master realm and angels to intercede and raise the vibrations higher, to bring darkness into the light, raising the frequency of love and God consciousness on planet Earth in this now. I invoke and dream awake the ascension of planet Earth in this now. I invoke and dream awake the ascension of your soul and my soul and all beings in this now. Just breathe into that, beloveds. Breathe into the resonant afterglow from that frequency. All is well in the kingdom of this sacred moment. We are so divine, so blessed, and so beautiful. I sought for wisdom, the wisdom of all, not just this or that, but of all things, large and small. My seeking has given birth to a grand discovery that the key to all wisdom is God within me. With immeasurable speed, my mind now rises up in the arms of ascension. We now wake up. Now teach me of love, the fullness of love, the love of the lowlands and the plains up above, how it blew our mind and shattered our reason, to know that with perfect love we were already seasoned. This love so strong and never to destruct. In the arms of ascension, we now wake up. Now, what of serenity? The one called Father, Mother of Peace. Will you now tell me within our being that also awaits release? Am I dreaming? Can this really be real? Are souls all lit up in this tranquility we feel? This peace of God, no one can interrupt. In the arms of ascension, we now wake up. How glad I am I had the inner ear to hear it. This glorious truth, the supreme message of the Spirit. To think we spent all this time searching far and wide to find we could have whatever we want through the God of our inner side. Yes, the Spirit of God has overran our cup. In the arms of ascension, we now wake up. That's a selection from my book, Miraculii, the Song of Ascension, and the piece is called In the Arms of Ascension, I Now Wake Up. As we move into the resonance of this alchemy of sacred change, it is important that we know that the wisdom that we searched for is already within us. Not just this or that, but of all things large and small in our seeking have given birth to a grand discovery that the key to all wisdom is God within me. The key to all wisdom is God within you. And so we want to be where we're going before we get there. We want to be the reality of the world solution even before we get there in the now moment of time and space. We have an access to timelessness, an access to eternal frequency. And in the eternal scheme of things, there is no pandemic. In the eternal scheme of things, there is no absence of brotherhood and sisterhood. In the eternal scheme of things, we are infinitely loving and honoring towards each other. In the eternal scheme of things, we can access all of those exalted realities even now. And so we call forth the solutions to world crisis. We call forth the solution to our forgetfulness and our human going to sleep and getting caught in the nightmare of the earth dream. In the arms of ascension, we now wake up. The greatest truth is that we can't not be ascended. We are always and forevermore ascended. That is the reality of our being. That is what is being available to us through the versatility and the sacred awakening of the 5 frequency. We've now moved from a number 4 year into a 5 year. 2020 numerologically a 4 year. 2021 numerologically a 5 year. Versatility, freedom, social connectedness, realization that we come together to reveal one another to each other. celebration of all of the great numbers of people that serve as mirrored reflections of our own internal vastness. In the arms of Ascension, we now wake up. And so at the very beginning of 2020, I received a download called 2020 Crescendolini. And there is some applicability of that even as we enter into 2021. 2020 Crescendolini, Dream Awake, My Inner Genie, Enter Portal 2020, Vortex into Inner Sight. 2 years merge and converge, 2019 to 2020, rising like the Kundalini, traveling on Ascension waves, future power of ancient days. 31st of midnight hour, ending thus to re-begin, opening up our inner power, and from darkness we transcend. 2020, Crescendolini, Dream Awake, My Inner Genie. Enter into something new. Merge with all that I once knew. Happy New Year is twofold. Marriage of the new and old. Happy New Year, N-E-W. Happy New Year, K-N-E-W. Yes, there is nothing new except that which we always knew. 2020 Crescendolini, Dream Awake, My Inner Genie, Great Crescendo through the window. Happy New I Am. 2020 Crescendolini, Dream Awake, Your Inner Genie, Great Crescendo through the window. Happy New You Are. And so the basic difference is that we're entering into the portal of 2021. We could say 2021 Crescendolini, Dream Awake, My Inner Genie, Enter Portal 2021, Vortex of the All within the One. We are the All within the One. And we just experienced last night, the 31st of midnight hour, ending thus to re-begin, opening up our inner power so that from darkness we transcend. And we want to be aware of the fact that there is nothing new, N-E-W, except that which we always knew, K-N-E-W. So we have the new day, the new year, and the new eternity. And they all reflect the resonance of the new, N-E-W and K-N-E-W. When we look at the resonance of what is the N-E-W, that's the new relative to what we are bringing into manifestation. You see, that's the resonance of time. See, new, N-E-W, reflects the resonance of time. New, K-N-E-W, reflects the resonance of eternity. See, that which is unfolding down the corridors of forever. The new, K-N-E-W, is that which extends from the beginningless beginning all the way into the endless end. The new K-N-E-W is that which gives birth to the new N-E-W. Yes, there is nothing new except that which we always knew. And so we reach out to tap into the all-dimensional reality of ceremonies. There have been many ceremonies that were going on yesterday, many ceremonies that are going on today. And our intention is to invoke the all-dimensional reality of ceremonies, the all-dimensional reality of sacred beginnings, the all-dimensional reality of the alchemy of sacred change, where we utilize the force of alchemy to transform something lesser into something greater. Today, we co-create within the alchemy of sacred change. And we don't want to wait to see what this year of 2021 will bring. We want to be what we want this year of 2020 to bring. We have that divine power, a gift from God, to be where we're going before we get there. Envision it. See it. See a world of brotherhood, a world of sisterhood, a world of sacredness, a world of beauty, a world of that which is divine. And now let's take a moment and meditate together as we align our sacred intentions. Thank you, beloveds, for remembering. Thank you for coming home to the sacredness of your being. Thank you for knowing that in the central core of your being is all of the blessedness that is, was, or ever will be. All of the healings that are, were, or ever will be. Thank you for remembering that you are a biological living library, and that anything to be known about anything or anyone or anywhere or any when can be accessed from within the inner sanctum of your being. Thank you for knowing that you are the microcosm of the Akashic Records, the book of God's remembrance. Thank you for fastening your attention upon the benevolence of our world, holding the vision of even those who are vibrating at a lower frequency, but up-leveling the way in which we see the lower frequency beings and seeing a greater exaltation, being that affirmation for them, making that deposit within their soul bank that will accumulate interest until such time that they are ready to withdraw. Thank you, thank me, thank all of us for seeing the greater possibilities of our world, for seeing with eyes of ascension, eyes of exaltation, eyes of beauty, eyes of benevolence, eyes of abundance. Thank you for aligning with me in accessing the most mature relationship of the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius, resonating the frequency of the Aquarian age, an age of eternality, an age that is an access code to everything that exists from beginningless beginning all the way into the endless end. We access the greatest, most benevolent energies in this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. We inhale sacred and benevolent Saturn-Jupiter, and we exhale sacred me. The piece you were listening to is Abraham, Primordial Heart, from my album Abraham, Primordial Heart. That album's still playing, but now moving into a different song. We're now in the song which I call Sedona Dream. Sedona Dream. We tap into the most exalted frequencies that exist within the central core of the vortexes of the red rocks of Sedona. We align with the realization that everything to be accessed in the red rocks of Sedona is also in the cellular memory of our own being. And even if we've never been to Sedona, we reach down inside and access the cellular memory that is the sacred code of Sedona and all of the vortex energies available through Sedona, the up-leveling frequencies that catapult us into higher resonances of the Ascension. We allow the vortex frequency of Sedona to quicken our awareness of our own internal cellular ascension. We are cellular ascension within the inner recesses of our being. Oh, I love you so much, beloved. As I have gone into spirit, I am also sacredly drunk. I might stumble over a word or two here or there. And that's what happens when tapping into that intuitional side of being, which operates out of the domain of the intellect. I've got them both working, but it's the intuition and the interdimensionality that is leading the way in this now moment. And all is well in the kingdom of this now. So thank you so much for co-creating with me. I love you all so much. And I love you and thank you for loving you and letting love love you. Because to love you in the highest sense of loving you is to simply let love love you. Let love have its way with you. For us to experience our ascension, we simply let ascension have its way with us. Because we are always and forevermore ascended. And the only thing that could ever be missing is that we sometimes allow ourselves to be sucked into unascended awareness, while at the same time standing in the circle of eternity, remembering for us what we forgot when we entered the nightmare of the earth dream is this greater resonance of ourself, forever and always in the resonance of ascension. Even now, in the resonance of ascension. I invite you to experience my website. I have a great number of musical albums, a couple of books. My book, Miraculii, Song of Ascension, is what I've been quoting from in this live today. I have 22 music albums available for you. The one playing is Abraham, Primordial Heart. And then I did the title track of my Spirit Rap album. I am also available for intuitive astrological readings, as well as sound healing and Reiki transmissions with didgeridoo vocal harmonics. I also teach Reiki, and I am located in the Red Rocks of Sedona. Thank all of you who've been very kind and gracious in offering donations. For anybody who feel moved to offer a donation of appreciation for my offerings, I receive donations via Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, as well as a donation button on my website. Thank you for your comments, and happy new eternal you. The new. New, K-N-E-W. And new N-E-W. Aho Ashe, Amen, Namaste. Hotepin Lakesha Lakin Shalom. Satnam Hariom. Rastafari. Our sacred juices are cooked in infinitely expanding Juicefari, Blissfari. Gonna always have many miles on our smile, wiggle in our giggle, tingling in our boots, laughter ever after, putt in our strut, wings on our butt, gonna always be rising up at the top. There's room for all, it's just the bottom that's crowded, y'all. And so it is, and so it shall eternally be. Happy new eternity. Happy new eternity. I love you so much.